If you like your apple cakes stodgy and packed full of fruit, then this autumnal Latvian apple cake is exactly what you need. So watch this video to find out how we make it. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. Today, like I just said, we're going to make a Latvian apple cake. This time of year, we're now in late September. A lot of the apples are fallen from the tree already. Every day we go outside and we pick them up off the ground. They're not all perfect for eating, but they can be used for either juicing, for drying. We like to make dried apple chips here, and also for preserving, making jams, or as in this case, making into a nice cake. We've got several apple trees out there, which I'm sure you've seen in other videos. And I've just popped out and collected a few apples for this recipe. So let's go through the ingredients quickly and then we'll get on and make it. It's not completely one of those kind of bung it all in and shove it in the oven type recipes. So we've got apples. Any sort of apple really will do. All the ingredients I'll put in the description below at the end of the video, the exact quantities. But apples, you want about 800 grams. That's a sort of starting point. We have got obviously flour. We need some flour. We need some baking soda or baking powder, sugar, butter, some raisins, optional, and some kefirs. Now, if you can't get kefirs, if you're watching this from the UK or in the States, then buttermilk will be perfectly okay. For the top, also some dried cranberries we've got as well. Again, optional, or some other dried fruit maybe that you prefer. And then for the topping, we've got some icing sugar, some powdered sugar, some cinnamon powder, and some flaked almonds, some sliced almonds. So that's all our ingredients. So let's now get on and make the cake. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is to melt the butter. And then once that's melted, we can put it to one side, and then we'll put our sugar and our eggs into a bowl, and then what we're going to do is cream these together until they're nice and light and frothy. It's difficult to explain how frothy, but just nice and frothy. And then what we're going to do is put our kefirs in, and basically what we're doing is putting all the wet ingredients together. But it is important that you do it in this order. So whisk everything in at each point, and then we put the butter in, which is still melted. And give that another good whisk. So we'll put our wet ingredients to one side just for a moment, and now we're going to put all our dry ingredients together. So first of all, the flour, and then some pinch of salt, and our baking soda in our case, or baking powder. Quick whisk together, and then grab the wet ingredients, and we're going to start incorporating the wet ingredients into dry ingredients to make our cake mixture. Okay, last of all, what we need to do is sort out our apples. So we need to peel them, and obviously we'll core them, and we will slice them into nice thin slices, and then we'll put that into the cake mixture. And then what we need to do is also add the other dry ingredients, dried cranberries and sultanas or golden raisins in our case, but use what you've got, and then fold that all in together. And we'll put them into our cake mixture pan. You'll need to use a liner really for this. Just to make sure it doesn't stick to the side of the pan. As you can see, it's, the apple is packed full of apples, packed full of moisture. So the last 2 apples that we put aside, just chop those and we're going to put those on the top. Even more apples layered on. And then we'll sprinkle some sugar on top of those apples, and then last of all we will put our flaked almonds on top as well. You put as many on as you like really, or if you don't like almonds then don't put them on. And then we'll put it in the oven for about 40 minutes, around 180 degrees. You just got to take it out a couple of times and really test it, because it is a stodgy cake. It takes quite a long time to set in the middle, and you might need to put some foil on top just to protect the top from burning. Once it's out of the oven, we're going to give it a good dusting with icing sugar, and then if you like cinnamon, then we'll give it a good dusting of cinnamon as well. So there's our cake made, out of the oven. It's still quite warm here, but I'm going to give it a slice anyway so you can see inside. I'd probably recommend leaving it a little bit longer. Really nice and moist, and there we are, there's our recipe too. And I'll put the recipe down in the comments as well. Thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it. Have a go yourself, enjoy the cake, enjoy a coffee or a tea, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Bye for now.